countering radio transmission. Now what I will do is the final component of their press conference, where they have tried to bring some radio transmission snippets and played that in front of media. I will counter that now. Okay. So again, recapping what they have done. That they have, what they said, it was okay, what they have said in the radio transmission. It seems that they're trying to say that there's a Rafale pilot with a code name, the Rafale, which is code name Godzilla 4, who is the formation leader, is trying to search for his formation member, which is Godzilla 3, and he tried to communicate with the ground that there's an explosion. I'm unable to find Godzilla 3, so I think Godzilla 3 is down. Now, who will prove that radio transmission is correct? Because no Rafale pilot will do a radio transmission on open military channel, because otherwise that radio silence will be broken, right? And obviously every elements of the operation will be disclosed to Pakistan. So no Rafale pilots will do that. There are two channels, primary secured channel. One is radio channel, which is software defined radio channel, which is one primary primary channel. The second channel is satellite, secured satellite channel. So I don't believe that these two channels are down. It's difficult. Why I will break a radio silence and go to the open military channel? So let's see how I can counter this entire story. I'm just opening this two. I will opening that radio transmission. Let me expand this a bit. So this is the radio transmission of Rafale. So let us hear this, right? What is? So the same thing we heard, that Godzilla 4 is asking where is Godzilla 3, and he seems to see some explosion or hear some explosion from his cockpit, and he's just communicating with the ground radar, Indian ground radar, that we have lost Godzilla 3, and he's doing that in an open military frequency that everyone can hear. Now this is their audio. Now what I have done is I have taken an audio snapshot from similar situation. This is F-16, and it was in Lebanon, probably it was in Lebanon. So I will hear the same situation, like same audio. Let's hear a bit of that audio, not everything.
We're gonna be down here. We're not going to couple down, pop your smoke. Don't hear on the radio. The second switch coming down, and if nobody can do it, these guys can do it.
So what we heard was again some fight is going on, and we heard the rumbling noise of the aircraft, right? F-16 aircraft. Now this is Rafale, and this is F-16. Now I did a spectral analysis. For the same thing, and I used SIGView data to do the spectral analysis. The spectral analysis is done to kind of analyze a data sample with reference for with another sample reference data sample. So my reference is obviously the F-16 one on the right hand side, and the left hand side is the Pakistan provided audio, right? Now it has two components, Rafale sum and Rafale noise. So Rafale sum has the entire audio. This snapshot is the average snapshot for the entire audio. So that is the average summation of signals. So it is called sum audio spectral. So I have given sum audio, sum Rafale. So it is inclusive of background noise and the noise and the pilot voice. This one, Rafale noise, only has the background noise. So I have cut the pilot voice. So there is no pilot voice in this. Same thing I have done for F16. So this is the F16 background noise, the entire audio, and this is the only the audio of the background noise, no voice of the pilot, F16 pilot. So what is the difference I am seeing? When a fighter pilot goes into a war and these audios are taken either from the ground station or for the cockpit. So in cockpit, two sounds will come, right? Two sounds will come. Apart from the pilot's voice, two sounds will come. One is the rumbling noise of the aircraft engine with a very low frequency, right? And second one is some degree of sounds coming from the explosion, small explosion. Some, obviously the anti-aircraft gun will be there, and also some missile will explode and all those things. So there will be some degree of small high pitch noise or low pitch noise, rumbling noise, that will have some peaks, right? Now apart from that, there's a third sound that will come is the static. What is static? So static is the frequency, very high frequency generates when there is a communication. So when a communication fails, the frequency, the module frequency which actually captures the particular filter, it try to kind of gauge the entire spectrum of that frequency and get some noise, and those noise are high spectral noise and which are high frequency, which will be on the right side. Now if you see the diagram, so if the rumbling noise, see this if I have to explain you this axis, this is the axis of amplitude of the 9 in decibel, and this x-axis is the frequency. So this is the low frequency, 50 hertz, 100 hertz, then it's entirely the frequency is going up to around 40k, right? 20k, and around 1k, 600 to 800 hertz, the audio frequency of the pilot, human frequency will be there, right? Now all the rumbling low frequency will be in the lower range, below 50 hertz, 100 hertz, right? So if you see, compare this with this and this with this, so entire low frequency is cut off, so you don't see low frequency. But here, when I'm just excluding the voice of the pilot, you can see the low frequency. These are the low frequency, wherein the Rafale there is no low frequency. So where are the engine sound? Where are the engine sound? Engine sound, though by naked ear I cannot hear that in the audio transcript, but in the actual machine, in the spectral analysis, that should come, but that is not coming. Though in F16 I have that, but in Rafale I don't have. So number one point is being processed or tampered, number one. Number two is, here this is the voice of the, whenever a particular person speak or a particular person or pilot speaks, this is the base frequency, these are the focal harmonics. So it will have a lower focal harmonics, these are the lower focal harmonics, and these are the higher focal harmonics. So peak, all these peaks, this is the base peak, the base pitch of the pilot of the F16, this is the base pitch of the pilot of Rafale if they are saying Rafale, and these are the lower frequency, these are the higher frequency, not higher frequency, higher harmonics, these are the higher harmonics, these are the lower harmonics of that pilot, and these are the higher harmonics of the F16 pilot, these are the lower harmonics of the F16 pilot. But if you see, the lower harmonics or higher harmonics are just cut, like if you see the straight line, right? It's not like a peak, straight line. So somebody has applied filters, but you don't see here, you have a proper peak, these are proper peak. So nobody has added filter in this, so it is unprocessed, this is processed. Same thing goes for the noise. When I just go for the noise, you see that all are like cut, like a filter has been used, right? This is a problem number 2. Problem number 3 is the static noise are absent. Here we are seeing static noise at high frequency, both at noise and as well as the sound. But here all the static noise are down, zero, almost zero, as if somebody has cut those static noise. So the proof is this has been tampered. This audio which Pakistan Air Force has provided to the media has been tampered. So what is the summary of that? Sound of Rafale aircraft engine not found in the spectral analysis. That's number 1 observation. Noise profile is not matching with the similar situation. The similar situation is the F-16 war in the Lebanon. So the war profile is not matching. Third is the missing radio statics, which is obviously shown on the right hand side of the spectrum. Absence of focal harmonics suggests again it's not a raw, it is actually processed or tampered. I can call technically tampered. So that's how I can prove it, or I have proved it through spectral analysis, that audio of what Rafale, they're calling it Godzilla 3, Godzilla 4, whatever Rafale intercept, radio transmission intercept, they have shown to the world, it's actually tampered. So this is how I have proved technically or countered technically.